What's up, guys? My name's 𝓷𝓲𝓰𝓱𝓽. I am on my way right now to go look for my friend's Apple Watch. You might notice that it's dark out. It's not because we're going at sunrise, it's because it's nighttime. So he just called me saying that he was out surfing on the Eva side of the island, which here's a map, this is where it is. And he needs me to go and look for it. Now, I was planning on eating dinner and doing nothing tonight, but instead now I'm going diving in the dark with my dive light. We have some lights. Maverick has a plan that he is going to bring his phone out in the water with him in a dry bag, and then he's going to call the Apple Watch, and then hopefully it will get signal underwater somehow. Now, from all of my experience finding stuff, I know that there is no signal after about 4 inches of water. So he has absolutely no chance of syncing the phone and the watch by any means, because Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, LTE data, all of them are interrupted by only 4 inches of water. So absolutely no chance. No, turn on red.
Sorry.
Absolutely no chance of him finding it that way. So that's why I brought my dive light, and I also brought 2 other dive lights so that his mom, who just came and picked me up, and himself, Maverick, can use the dive lights to hopefully find the watch bumping around on the bottom underwater and the beach at night. Do you know how deep it is over there? It's like 8 feet.
Probably, yeah, 8 to 10 feet.
Okay, so 8 to 10 feet is not that deep to dive in. If the water's not clear, then you really have to be on the bottom to be able to see. For example, like when we go diving in the waterfall, that's like a small pool, so it's very easy to check the whole thing. But this is the entire ocean, so the chances of finding it are pretty slim. But honestly, I think it'll only take us about 30 minutes with 3 people out there looking with lights, because he knows in general where he lost it, and then it won't move around too much after 2 hours of floating around at the bottom. So without further ado, let's fast forward through this drive, and then we'll talk to Maverick and see what he has to say before we get in the water. What's up, dude? All right, Maverick, what's your plan?
We're gonna go out and we're gonna dive and look for it, but I have low expectations. Shane seems to think otherwise.
Well, what's your plan? What are you gonna do to find it? What's your secret technique? You gotta have a secret technique.
My plan to find it is to bring my phone out in a waterproof bag.
And then you throw your phone in the water.
No.
What?
Hopefully the Bluetooth connects, and hopefully I can ping it, and then it'll light up the screen, and we'll be able to see it underwater, but we'll see if that actually happens.
Okay. So my plan, guys, I brought a second Apple Watch, and I'm gonna throw it out into the ocean, and then wherever that Apple Watch lands is where his Apple Watch must be. I'm just kidding, I didn't bring one. We're gonna get out there. I have extra dive lights. Maverick, you're welcome. And so hopefully with the power of the light, we can find his watch. Hey Matt, what was that last thing that you just said?
This area that we're diving at does tend to be pretty sharky, so that's a bit concerning.
And sharks usually come out?
Sharks usually come out at night.
Oh. And what time is it right now?
It's about 8:30 p.m.
Nighttime.
Yeah.
You heard it from him, guys. You're getting what you want. We're gonna go out there into shark-infested waters to look for an Apple Watch. I could have been at home playing video games right now.
Question is a $500 Apple Watch worth a limb?
No. Before we forget, guys, make sure you smash the like button and then go ahead and hit subscribe too. It's the best way to make sure you see all my videos as soon as I post them. Stepping on the beach. It's nighttime. These are trees. He's looking at his phone. Getting in that water. So this is my first time doing voiceovers on a dive video, so let me know what you guys think. I think it'll be cooler, maybe different, maybe something fun, and then I can talk to you guys about some of the stuff that I saw while I was out there. First of all, it was advanced darkness in that water. Like, you couldn't see anything that the light didn't shine on, because it was completely dark outside, and then the water was murky on top of it, so it was really hard to see anything. And then I saw this little silver fish, and once he saw me, he swam away. And then I saw this puff boy, and I was like, what's up, dude? Hey, have you seen an Apple Watch anywhere? And then he was like, blah, 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 because he doesn't speak English, obviously. And then he ran into me right after that, and it scared the crap out of me. But then he kind of swam away, and I tried to follow him because I thought he was going to show me where the watch was, but he didn't. So then basically I was looking around for stuff. There's not a lot to do when you're looking for something other than just swim around and hope you run into it. Maverick told me when I was on my way over there, or when he asked me to come look that he knew the general area where he fell. And then we got to the water and he was like, oh, I have no idea where I lost the watch. And I was like, oh, well, thanks so much for bringing me out here if you have no clue. Then I found this glass bottle and it took me a couple tries to grab it because the waves were crazy and it was like really shoved into that reef. Like it was hard to get out. So it's just an amber glass beer bottle, whatever. And I wanted to see if anything was in it. So I poured the water out. What is inside of that? Oh, that is creepy. Whatever was in it was freaky. It was like some ball of goo, but then it didn't seem like it was gum. Well, it's just a glass bottle, and I don't have a bag to take anything in with, so I'm gonna have to leave this. I don't know what is inside of that. It's so weird. If anyone knows what that weird ball of goo is, let me know. And sorry I left it here, but it would have been a huge pain to bring it back home. And glass isn't that bad for the ocean, so I figured it would be okay if it stayed there for a little bit longer. And then I found this sandal lobster, I think it's called, or maybe slipper lobster. It looks like this, and I tried to poke him and he didn't do anything. Just looking around in the dark. And then I saw this big fishing line and I was like, what the heck? How did this thing get here? It's this giant ball of it. And then this wave hit me and I was tumbling and upside down and my mask got ripped off. And then I came up to the surface to breathe and then I was like, frick, where did it go? And I tried to look, but I couldn't find it. And then the next time I looked, nobody was in the water anymore. I was like, where did you guys go? And how come nobody told me? So I'm just out there in the darkness and I'm like, where the heck is everyone? And you can really tell how dark it is when I turn my light off. And then I saw this crab, and I always forget that with the light, you can't see it on the GoPro. So I was like shining the light on him to see if he would move. And then he finally moved. And I was like, wow, it's a real crab. And he didn't really do anything besides that. But I saw a crab. And then I kept looking for more stuff. And I kept thinking that like in the pits or something, the watch would have fallen. So I was always trying to check every hole in the reef. And then his mom bumped into me on accident. And of course, like if you're swimming at night, anything that touches you, it scares the crap out of you. So she bumped me and it scared the crap out of me. And I tried to flash my light at her to be like, hey, I want to ask you something. And then it took forever and she never come up. I was going to ask you where Maverick is. He's on shore. And then she finally told me that Maverick was going to try to bring a surfboard out. And I was like, that's a dumb idea. But I didn't tell her that. And then I saw this redfish. I was like, hey, redfish, have you seen an Apple Watch anywhere? Because I'm looking for one. And then I was like, maybe I should try to touch him because that would be cool. And he didn't let me touch him. So see you later, redfish. And then I saw his brother, the other redfish. And then I was like, what's that thing that Dr. Seuss said? One fish, two fish, redfish. And I was like, ah, dang it. He didn't say two redfish, but that would have been cool if he said two redfish because I found two redfish. And then they were up on shore waving their lights. And I was like, what are you trying to tell me? Oh my gosh. What? And then they just kept waving them. I was like, bruh, talk to me. I cannot understand the waving lights. And then I thought that they said to go home. So I was like, okay, let's go. And then thanks for telling me while I was in the water. Like you could have just swam up to me and told me. And then my GoPro died. And on the way in, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. I finally found the Apple Watch. And of course, my GoPro wasn't recording. I was like, bruh, like, why couldn't I find it in the like 45 minutes to an hour that I was searching before? And then my GoPro freaking dies. And then I find the Apple Watch and nobody is going to believe me. And so then we finally went in and I showed Maverick the Apple Watch and he was so excited. And then the next thing that you're going to see is me on shore when I finally got my phone.
Just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding. Did you guys really think that we were going to find the watch out there? Okay, I'll be honest with you. I actually did. Maverick didn't believe it, but at least wanted to send it and give it an opportunity. And of course, didn't mind signing up me and my time to come do this. No problem there. But yeah, we had fun out there, I guess. Nothing dangerous happened. We saw some really cool stuff, interrogated some fish, and could not find any answers about where the Apple Watch was hidden. So unfortunately, we didn't find anything, and you guys are now a part of my experiment as to whether or not I can get you guys to watch an entire video where I find nothing. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We tried to make the most of it out there, even though it was definitely a struggle out there in the dark. At least we had a light, I guess, because his original plan did not include lights, and he was just going to try to call it and hope that it would light up and he would see it, which would be impossible. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time, and I promise next time we'll actually find something. I won't upload another video where we don't find something until I find something next time, and then you never know. All right, bye guys.